Yo, what up, y'all? Thank you for tuning in to No Flag Radio. I'm your host, P. Adding data to facts. Today we're talking about when Snitchy Loke go to court and what I'm expecting from Snitchy Loke and the situation surrounding the untimely passing of our brother Nipsey Hussle. Travel in peace to that man. Rest in power to that man. And kind of just want to peep people's mind on posts with what we should have on our mind as he goes to court. He'll be in court again on May the 10th. I don't know what they're going to be talking about. I don't know what Chris Darden has planned for him at that juncture, but they're going to be meeting again on that day, his next court date. And I think it's important that we keep certain things out there in the media because there's questions that need to be answered that haven't been answered, and it's only right in the investigatory world and in the world of new black media that we jump on shit. You know what I mean? That we don't leave no stone unturned so they don't try to sweep this case under the rug like it's just some old random shit and nobody's to take a fall for it and no kind of real punishment will be doled out to all the parties involved. That's something we don't want to happen. So we got to keep heat on this whole situation. Let me address the chat real quick. All right. So I'm sure y'all agree with me on that. So first thing, I just want to say to everybody black, when you come to my channel, you know we don't do that black ain't shit TV. We're going to think this whole thing out, past all of the negative self-talk that we hearing the coons like Charlemagne the Coon stand up talking, you know, black folk, we bad, we need to, all that shit. Don't hang your head down over Snitchy Loke, y'all. That's what I want to first start out by saying. Don't take on his fuck up and have it weighing on your back as if this is a stripe against all black people. People in the streets looking at black people, ooh, what y'all think about that? Ooh, what y'all think about now, motherfucker? You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think about when 50 people get blasted in Las Vegas by a white guy? Y'all call him a lone wolf. Y'all call him an outlier. That's what Snitchy Loke is. Snitchy Loke. I'm calling him Snitchy Loke. I know his name is Shitty Loke, but we're calling him Snitchy Loke on my channel. He's an outlier, right? He ain't the norm. He ain't just some old regular behavior. And I want everybody to be in tune with that. Understand? I want to say that first. Put my gloves back on. Secondly, to all y'all people saying for sure that you know it ain't no conspiracy. All you people talking about it ain't no conspiracy, and Lauren London and Dave East, they say stop saying it's a conspiracy because of the Dr. Staby stuff and all that. Well, you know, understand that Nipsey Hussle was bigger than the Dr. Sabi stuff. He was bigger than what he was just talking about with Dr. Sabi. He actually did concrete things, okay? So we can look at that whole aspect of it being a conspiracy and his own people saying stop saying a conspiracy in particular in a couple of ways. I'm going to just say it like this. First of all, Lauren London, that's his wife. Dave East, that's his homeboy. Everybody's sad. You know what I mean? Everybody just want Nipsey back. You understand? They ain't really vested in no other outcome of this shit, right? And Lauren London and Dave East, they're very smart as well. They know that we're in a white supremacist regime, right? Because Nipsey Hussle, by all accounts, Seems like a pretty damn woke brother. So I'm sure they realize we're in a white supremacist regime, and they know in the white supremacist regime, shit get nasty. All right. And they know that in this white supremacist regime, we've seen a history of higher ups in this society doing this and that to people in high profile positions via shit like COINTELPRO. If you just read up their manifesto and why they want it to exist in the first place, it's all about taking out people they call threats, people they label threats. And you can't sleep on the COINTELPRO-ish behavior that being an upstanding black man brings in a white supremacist regime. You understand? It brings COINTELPRO-ish behavior when you're an upstanding black man and you can influence masses to do either good or bad, right? That's one of the things in their manifesto. They look for people that can influence masses of people. That's one of the things that they're about, COINTELPRO type shit, right? So Lauren London is smart. Dave East is smart. They're like, yo, no, stop saying it's a conspiracy. Stop saying it's a government conspiracy. Stop saying it like that. Okay. Because they just lost a husband. They just lost a friend, a son, a grandson. You know what I mean? And they know white supremacy is evil. They don't want nobody, they don't want to get on no soapbox on some, yeah, this is a government conspiracy. On day 2, 3, 4, 5, after the man just was assassinated, because they don't want nobody spinning around. They don't want the motherfuckers to hear that dog whistle. Hold up. The government to hear that dog whistle. Hold up. Who we did what? Well, let us just spin back around, right? They don't want that energy. They don't want that shit. So they're being smart, even though if they believed it was a conspiracy or not, they're not going to tell nobody. All right, just accept that and let them be smart and do that. It's our job to be on the side to be like, all right, y'all say and do what y'all got to do. But it's our job as an investigative community to do what we got to do, to play up what we have to play up around this case and bring into the clear of people's eye what we got to bring into the clear of people's eyes, so this case doesn't just get trampled on with injustice. Okay, that's what's happening. Because like I said, the families, all that shit, you know, you get a lot of people. I heard a lot of people, you know, basically trying to qualify their bullshit and cloud chasing and shit. You know what I mean? We're in the information age, so we're in a daily 24/7 cycle. And all you cloud chasing motherfuckers putting out videos, I just want to say this. Y'all putting videos out, you know, less than an hour after it happened, doing live stream after live stream, full of no information, right? Motherfuckers is just, what will be the purpose of that? Putting out this type of shit and trying to create your own theater around the shit based with no information in it. All you niggas is off code. I'm going to just say that. I'm going to say that on top of what we're talking about. For not letting the city of LA just deal with that energy. You know what I mean? Just because you got a platform don't mean you should be feeding motherfuckers from your platform. Let the city of LA deal with that energy, and the people closest to him should be the ones really putting out all the videos and shit like that. Unless you're doing some shit like what I'm doing. I'm breaking down some facts and this shit. But all for them motherfuckers, I just want to say, Nipsey's family and friends, they don't want to hear nobody saying the death of their husband, their father, their son, their grandson, their friend was a conspiracy. And they don't want to hear nobody saying it's not a conspiracy either, right? They don't want to be inundated with no kind of news, no kind of blip of nobody saying either. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear nobody saying shit like, oh, black people ain't shit. See how niggas, we black people, we all black people, we all do it to our own. They don't want to hear none of that shit any more than any other shit, right? Got niggas trying to qualify they shit. See, the family stop saying it's a conspiracy. Like, no, nigga, they don't want to hear your shit either. They just want Nipsey back. You understand? That's the first way I'm going to look at his family saying, stop saying this is a conspiracy. That's what I'm going to jump on first. All right. And also just the fact that we see that COINTELPRO is real. And this country has a history of doing this type of shit to people. All right. And on the snitchy low, let's get to snitchy low. I want to say, this is what I think happened. This is what I've, I ain't been able to sleep. Like the first day this shit happened, I wasn't able to sleep. A couple of days after, I wasn't able to sleep. I'm saying this has been running through my mind, man, for real. This is what I think Snitchy Low did, y'all. I think Snitchy Low, when Nipsey Hussle told him, man, stop coming around the shop, man. We don't need you around the shop, man. You don't deserve to be around us. Whatever he told to him, like, man, you a snitch, you a bitch nigga, or whatever he said to him. I don't know how the conversation went, but he basically told him he's not welcome at his place of business. All right. He comes back, does his little dirt, get in the car, he go wherever he gonna go. Then the repercussions spin, right? He started hearing the information. His mama house got shot up. One of his family members got popped, killed. Another one of his family member killed. Then some shit started happening real quick, right? Motherfucker got on the phone to whoever helped him orchestrate this shit, because I'm on the team of this shit is orchestrated. This is some theater, right? He on the phone talking about, yo, man, they shooting at my mama. Yo, man, they killed 2 of my family members already. I didn't expect it to go like this. Y'all didn't say it was going to go like this, right? This is what he's saying to the motherfucker on the phone, whoever this is on the phone. And whoever this is on the phone, they responded to him like, man, well, man, wow. It's kind of fucked up there, Snitchy Low. Damn, we didn't expect that shit either. All right. He panicked. He panicked when his people started getting popped. All right. So we got on the phone and they was like, yo, go to Bellflower Psychiatric and we'll come get you. All right. That's what I think happened. They told him to go to Bellevue and we'll come get you. And I don't know how that happened. Did he go into the lobby and sit down and be like, oh, I'm just waiting on the police to come pick me up? Did he go there and somebody recognized him and then they called the police on him? I'm not too sure how that went, but we need to probe Bellevue leading up to the court dates. We need to just keep probing Bellevue. I looked and I searched and I don't see much from, I'm calling it Bellevue. We don't see much from Bellflower. Bellevue is another mental type of place. We ain't heard nothing from Bellflower. Okay. So I just want us to have our minds tuned to what we need to be doing in the pursuit of justice around this case. We need to be probing Bellflower before we start saying uninformed shit like it ain't no conspiracy. Okay, we'll see. Where are the Bellflower tapes? There was a call to the police that was made. Okay, there was a police call that was made. Somebody has that tape. And if that tape don't make it to court, from either Snitchy Low's hands or either Bellflower's hands, if that don't make it to court on the 10th or whenever they start to really look at the evidence, it might be some months from now. If that don't make it to court, we can already look at it and say, okay, Bellflower, y'all was in on it too. You understand? We got to put this puzzle together because the puzzle pieces ain't fitting. Like Nipsey Hussle brothers say, some of this shit ain't coming together right. And I'm saying the puzzle pieces ain't fitting all the way. We need to look into it to see where the shit going to land. It only makes sense. I'm saying I'm tired of the powers that be thinking they can play us like dummies and just puppeteer how we supposed to feel and think about shit. That shit is dead. They dead doing some shit like that, fucking with me. You know what I mean? They reach is dead, really though. So is that. So probing Bellflower should be a priority of everybody that's in that area. Anybody in that area, y'all need to swarm upon Bellflower. Get in they behind about that shit. All right. We also talk about the driver. Okay, so far the driver is anonymous. They said somebody put her picture up on Twitter or something like that, and I'm off Twitter. God damn it! But you gotta believe I looked for it. I haven't found it, but I'm assuming not only she drove him away from the crime scene, she also drove him up to Bellflower. All right. So that's very odd that she's been kept anonymous. They're keeping her anonymous. They brought her in for questioning, let her go type shit. So now, you know, I'm looking at her very, very weird. And she's anonymous, anonymous getaway driver, right? So now, in my brain of mine, I'm like, man, this bitch could be snitching. She could just be snitching on him and telling on him. And one side of my mind, if she really don't know nothing, but I don't see how you could not know nothing. I mean, they're both snitches. First of all, they're both snitches. So I'm like, all right, you know, I mean, they both could be snitches. You know, snitches run with snitches, is what I want to say. So it's not a far cry from reality that he could have a snitch ass girlfriend that's just gonna tell on him and ain't got no morals about herself either. But, you know, for her to be out of the situation and just not be involved no more, I don't understand how that is a reality. Why aren't they pressing her? Why isn't that happening? Right? It doesn't make sense in that regard. Like, she's participatory in a crime scene. He got in the car, he had blood on him. You shoot a motherfucker, you're gonna have blood on you. He went back and kicked the man. Goddamn, you know he got some DNA on him. He came back, he got blood on him, I'm sure. You understand? Come back to the whip, blood on him. She ain't saying nothing. Right? Come on, that don't make sense. That don't make sense. She act like she don't know nothing. That don't make sense. Right? What up, Paraphernalia Palace? I'm just in here going in on what's happening, man, and what we should be looking at leading up to this trial date for Snitchy Low. He got trial on the 10th of next month, or one of his trial dates. So we need to be pressing certain things in the media and pressing certain faces and places for data around who he is, why was he fucking with the whole occasion, who was around and who's involved with him, and who could be the motherfuckers that's playing Svengali over him while he out doing dirt. Certain things we need to be looking at. Paraphernalia Palace is what I'm on. I'm just shouting out to Paraphernalia Palace. Paraphernalia Palace just got off in the chat, y'all, just so y'all, if y'all don't got chat pulled up or whatever. And another thing about the driver, I want y'all to look this up. There was recently a law passed in California on the 19th of January called SB 1437, a Senate bill, which would prevent accomplices to be convicted for murder. Okay? I want y'all to think about this. This is something that just got passed a few months ago. Think about this. This Senate Bill 1437, it says accomplices won't be convicted for murder unless they can prove intent or conspiracy. Unless it can be proven that there was an intent or some sort of conspiratorial shit going on. All right. So her being the driver and not getting any charges, they could be trying to stuff her liability underneath this SB 1437. Y'all check that out in Cali. If y'all in Cali, do your research on that. That's on y'all's books as of January 19th. So her being an accomplice, she could have a way already built in for her to get off in this case. Think about that. Think about what's being held up in this case and what's just being able to kind of dissolve its way off to the side in this case. All right. That's a law that they're possibly hiding behind, is what I'm saying. They try to blow this case off as some, oh, there's some nigga shit. There's some, oh, black people, we all ain't shit. Look at what we all be doing to ourselves. You know what I mean? Instead of looking at the case on its merits, right? Paraphernalia Palace, all the shit smell foul all the way here in Detroit. Word. Word. Yeah. Let me show you a comment. Yeah. So think about that, right? And just a quick detour. You know, another thing I want to say about the getaway, right? We talked about the Texas gang threat assessment on my last post that I did. about the Cossacks and the Bandidos, these white biker gangs that were allowed to shoot it out in public and kill people and not go to prison. I brought up briefly that the Texas gang threat assessment is put on by the Texas DPS. That's the Department of Public Safety, right? The people who do the gang threat assessment. So I want to put it to you like this. For all you people that are saying that it's not a conspiracy, just think about this. We're talking about, in the case of Snitchy Load, this man got away with a driver where there were barricades and the road was all fucked up, all this type of shit, all kind of construction going on. Think about this. We got a Texas gang threat assessment that they list all the gangs they say are bad gangs and all this shit in the state of Texas or whatever. It's put out by the same people who do this shit, like traffic control, roadblocks, all this type of shit, right? Okay. Think that shit out. For you that's saying it's not a conspiracy, you probably thinking in your mind, well, what do the people who do the gang threat assessment, the people who say what gangs are of threat in a community, we already talking about them trying to militarize the hood and all this type of shit. And you know what I mean? We talk about that shit already in LA. We talk about that shit already. So you thinking in your mind, you people that saying ain't a conspiracy, what does the gang threat assessment have to do with the people who do traffic control in and out of your neighborhood and control the traffic flow in and out of your neighborhood, in and off the freeway type shit? Well, that just crossed my mind. I was like, okay, yeah, the Texas gang threat assessment, why is that being put on by the same people who do your driver's license, the same people that do the checkpoints, same people that do the motherfucking barricades, same people that do detours and moving detours around the city? Why is that being put on by them people, right? So I don't know if LA out there, to my point, I don't know if nobody in LA could tell me, or you just say it in the comments if you know, if y'all's DPS, like y'all Department of Public Safety, who does that type of shit, barricades and traffic control and all that shit, if they know, or if they are the ones that put out y'all's gang threat assessment type of shit. I look for y'all's. Y'all don't have it. I didn't see anything like a specific gang threat assessment. They just call y'all the gang epicenter. They try to throw all this gang shit onto LA and try to make it as this, you know, just gang haven. But come on, man. It's been so much has changed in LA over the years. Anybody from LA will tell you. I got people from LA. You know what I mean? I could have talked up on this whole topic about Snitchy Local a long time ago, but you know, so I said, fuck it. So you know what? Let me let all the motherfuckers that want to cloud chase, let them get their little nut off and give no information to the people. Just talk their bullshit and let me go do the information hunting, right? But yo, LA, they try to paint this thing like, you know, LA is the gang capital. It's the gang epicenter. You know, they got so many programs out in LA that has really helped dole down the gangs. And they got the GRID program. They got the summer nights, the SNL program. So many things that they put in place that that really help the city. The summer nights program, that's for shit, you know, when it's in the summertime and the shit is really hot in a lot of cities, you know, they got a little summer program to, you know, help things be right. And we know that they've tried to paint certain untruths onto the city gratuitously, right? In terms of just gangs, right? So I just wanted to bring that point up. Speaking of gangs, for all you motherfuckers saying, oh, this just some gang shit, this just some gangster shit, gangs and gang, all right. The LAPD police chief, Mikael Moore was his name. He broke code. If the LA, you know, if I'm gonna say the LA, if you got it in your mind, I should say that the LAPD, it's not me saying it, I'm just saying, if you are a person that thinks in your mind, yo, the LAPD probably has something to do with this shit too, he broke code like a motherfucker. If the LAPD is participatory in this and has it on their mind to paint a gang face on this assassination of our brother Nipsey Hussle, because he came out straight out and said, man, this ain't no gang shit. I mean, that was a good thing for him. That was good of him. All right. That gives us ammunition. You see, they're leaving a lane for people like me, I mean, to point the finger elsewhere instead of just, oh, gang. So all you coons on that, we all black people, we ain't shit. All that, we all be doing it to ourselves. We all be, you niggas just don't want to fact find from the community of people there, right? You in your own little self-hate bubble, right? But the chief, Mikael Moore, he kicked the legs out from underneath that. It's just some gang shit. You understand? So peep that out. Now, that leaves us with the option that this is either some, lone wolf hater nigga shit. I'll leave a lane for people to say it was just a hater nigga and people be hating. I'll leave a lane for that. We'll leave it some space for that. You know what I mean? Leave room for it. It's just some hater nigga shit. What up, Jermaine Woods? We'll leave it for that. But, I can't believe that either. Same time, because, shit, it's too much aiming at snitchy, low punk ass getting soft handled. It's too much energy behind that. We seen him get soft handled and helped throughout, right? And even one of his helpers didn't even go to jail. So just say some hater nigga shit. It's like, nah, man, so many other factors that are weighing in on this shit. Y'all understand what I'm saying? The other hand of it shows me, okay, this is possibly some COINTELPRO-ish type shit. But the police got briefed on it. I mean, like, okay, look, this is my other phone call. I'm doing these phone calls, and the police, whoever's on the line talking to the police, they was like, when you get them, don't kill them. Bring them in safely. We want them to snitch on somebody else. I mean, we want them to snitch on more niggas like he been doing, right? This is what I'm thinking. We just want to, whoever's on the line talking to the LAPD, they're like, yo, look, y'all bring him in, look. Don't hurt him. We just want to yo-yo this nigga in and out of the streets, in and out of the streets, in and out of the streets. And in this militia cop fed complex that we live in under this white supremacist regime, where they all hand in hand, they realize the benefit of letting a snitch or an agent ass nigga motherfucking thrive on the street. You understand? Because it's worked so many times. William O'Neal, his bitch ass. You understand? The Detroit riots, as I mentioned before, they were popped off by a couple of agent-ass niggas, right? A couple of agent-ass cats, right? So, oh yeah, and like I said, they were very congenial in bringing this cat Snitchy Loke in. I want y'all to think about this shit. For all my people that's on team, this might be some other shit, okay? This is all I'm kicking on this channel because I can't put it together no other way. I don't see this just as on some face value shit. I'm already, my spidey sense is tingling, right? Like, understand they were very easy in bringing this snitchy low guy in, very congenial in bringing him in. Understand? That's not normal for a mentally ill person in America. Y'all think about that? So that is what also leads me to say, okay, maybe the police were briefed from some higher up, higher than them, on how to make this play, right? Usually when somebody in America is mentally ill, what do the American police do, y'all? What do? They come shooting, don't they? They don't care. They don't care if you're in a wheelchair. Our brother Jeremy McDowell out there in Delaware, he was in a wheelchair. Quadriplegic, they shot him. The brother out in this was Miami-Dade County, Charles Kinsey. Y'all remember he was the guy that was helping the mentally ill patient that was sitting on the ground outside or whatever, and he was trying to let them know, like, yo, y'all remember that case? And they bucked 3 times at him. Y'all remember that shit? They come shooting when someone is mentally ill or when there's a mentally ill person around. That is what American police do. You understand? I know y'all see that. They act like it's a motherfucking standoff when somebody's mentally ill. Okay? So, no. So, again, I'm not absolving the police neither. I'm not playing it. I'm looking at all ends of this shit, right? One thing I also want to look at, I don't know if I put this in the title. I don't know if I did, but I want to look at the stadium that's being built. Okay. This whole LA Rams stadium, and it ain't the LA Rams stadium. It's a big ass stadium. It's more than that. But I want to look at, or I've already looked at, and I want y'all to look at, and for us as a community, just to keep our mind on who's behind that stadium. Who wants to see that stadium and that area of Los Angeles gentrified? This is in South LA. Because, you know, Brother Nipsey, before he transformed, he was all about, yo, buy up your fucking neighborhood, buy up the neighborhood, buy up the block. Because he went to Eritrea and he got the spirit of the ancestors. He came back feeling like, yo, he on some builder shit. He on some, yo, let's, you know what I'm saying? LA Rams Stadium is just south of Hyde Park, which is where he was assassinated. And the investors who built the stadium, like Stan Crunk is his name. He's the guy that dropped the most. He put up $1.6 billion on this $4 billion stadium. Rest of it was like loans and shit like that. He's the guy that put his cash down. So I'm looking at him like, okay, what do Stan Crunk and the people that want to see this stadium built, what's the interest that they have around this? And of course, we know it's gentrification. I'm going to get into that. But he wants his $1.6 billion that he threw on this shit. He wants that shit to pay off. You understand? He wants that shit to pay off in tourism. He wants that shit to pay off in visitors and all the other extra shit that this stadium entertainment plex is about. It's not even a stadium, and it's something big. But how do you do that? How do you make something that is that size of an investment? And football season is only, you know, it's already passed. But I'm saying, like, how do you make something like that pay off year round? You gentrify far and wide around that investment as far as you can. So Hyde Park is slightly north of the LA Rams Stadium. Around the stadium, where they got a soccer, some sort of soccer area, soccer field, soccer stadium to the south of it. They got some other shit to the west of it, some sort of recreational, some sort of shit to the west of it. The east of it it seems pretty up for grabs. But they trying to turn all that area. They got like hotels and shit around it. You know what I'm saying? They trying to flip that whole area. All right. And Nipsey also talking about, nah, black people don't move. Stay here. Buy up the block. Don't play with these motherfuckers. Buy up your block and grow up our community. You understand? I'm looking at that. And like I said, this place ain't just going to be the home of the motherfucking Rams, y'all. This is the home of the motherfucking former San Diego Chargers. It's the home of the former San Diego Chargers and the motherfucking Rams. I want y'all to get an idea how big this shit is. This project is 3.5 times the size of Disneyland. All right? That's big. I mean, it's 3.5 times the size of Disneyland. Like I said, it ain't only no motherfucking stadium. They call it the stadium, the St. Louis St. Louis. See, I'm thinking about the old days. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the LA Rams and the Chargers stadium and entertainment complex, some shit. They call it something else. They want it to be like a big thing, right? And it's also going to be the headquarters of NFL Media and the NFL Network, right? So I'm looking at the NFL shady too. Like, all right, what kind of, y'all trying to bring commerce? I see that, but at what cost? Also, looking into the guy Stan Crunk, a couple years ago, he invested $1 million into Donald Trump's inaugural campaign. So we talking about a Trump supporter, okay? When we talking about the guy who's building that and who's responsible for that investment, who's behind this investment, right? He's a Trump supporter, y'all. So we already know Trump is white supremacist. We don't have to argue that. We don't have to argue that. So that raises a red flag to me too. The CEO of the LA Rams came out even saying, we're trying to make this stadium epicenter of day-to-day life. Those was exact words. We want to make it a center of day-to-day life. So they wanted to make it be, you know, commerce year-round type shit. This is a big investment. This guy, Stan Crunk, he also has a ranch out here in Texas. If I'm not mistaken, I think he has it. I think it's in Dallas or somewhere. He got a ranch out here. He's a big baller motherfucker. It's like worth 8.8 billion. He got money. So they're trying to figure out how to make this shit pay. And what do white supremacist society do when they trying to make something pay, as they say, and fill their pockets up? They trying to gentrify it in all directions. They're trying to gentrify this area and everything around this stadium. Just look at it on the map. It ain't too big of a radius. Stadium is like right here. Hyde Park is like, yeah, squeeze, real. Hyde Park is slightly north. You don't even got to cross no freeways, no nothing. I mean, it's directly north of this LA Rams stadium where Nipsey is speaking up to the people like, yo, let's hold our shit, hold our businesses and things that we done put in the ground here. Let's hold that shit, right? You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to think in terms of the Cosby witch hunt. Y'all know the Bill Cosby witch hunt. You know what that was about. He got property up there in PA, I believe it was, where all these minerals and shit under the ground. Think about this shit in terms of that. You know what I mean? And what white supremacist society is willing to do to get a brother up off the street, put him in jail or put him in the grave or whatever type shit behind some sort of investment or some sort of thing that could be a potential investment and give them residual money. Think about it in terms of that. Think about the Cosby witch hunt for his land and his property that he owned when you trying to frame up what we are now saying is pretty evident about this Nipsey Hussle assassination. You know what I mean? I also want to get into Chris Darden. Goddamn. Okay, Chris Darden. Now, I know y'all have seen this shit. Somebody out there on his bike right now. Somebody on the bike, loud as fuck on the bike. Motherfuckers be on their bikes. So I know y'all heard about Chris Darden being the motherfucker that's going to be handling this case, right? And that's crazy as fuck, right? It made me think like, okay, this motherfucker Snitchy Lope. I'm gonna keep calling him Snitchy Lope. Man, this dude is 29 years old. Okay, when the OJ case dropped, he was about 3 years old, right? So my question is, how the fuck did he know to get Chris Darden? You understand? How did he know to get Chris Darden? Chris Darden done been off the scene of like high profile cases for a while. So what his career has been, you know, before he hit the OJ case, he did like homicide cases. He had like 21 homicide cases under his belt. Then he went to the OJ case and he kind of blew up and he went into private practice. He does shit like white collar crimes, narcotics, marijuana cases, shit like that. Homicide and gang cases, according to his little LinkedIn profile. I pulled up his shit, right? But how this dude, 29, motherfucker who was all of 3 years old when the OJ case dropped, how he know to go get Chris Darden, an old coon? How he know to get a coon? How he know that that man was good enough? How you know that he was good enough for the case? How you know to go get an old ass coon? You understand me? How he know that? I'm just saying, we got to put this shit together, y'all. We can't let them do the okey doke on us and try to fully wang us into believing shit where there's no basis for it just because they saying some shit. Like, nah, we got to always bring the facts behind shit and always bring our research. That's the reason New Black Media was created. That's the reason New Black Media was created, was because we know they always going to lie. Whatever they say, they finna lie. So that's the reason we were put into the space to do this shit, right? Because we know they gonna lie. So we got to do our investigative work. We can't just be like Charlemagne the fraud and be like, we black people, we bad. We always be doing this. We black folk, we always be doing this. And we always be on doing this to ourselves. And we the work. You know what I mean? Like, fuck all that shit. Fuck all that negative self-talk bullshit. We ain't trying to hear that shit. Not on my channel. On my channel, I'll block your bitch ass, you motherfucking shit talking this shit in my chat. For real. But I'm saying, like, we put a lot of work into doing the fact finding behind this shit. So I want people to be on that wavelength. Don't be on that low negative self-talk wavelength. We up here. Understand? We black folk, man. We the mothers and fathers of all things as far as knowledge is concerned. We created everything for everybody to get their little pieces and parcels out of to try to create what they was going to create. But it's us, man. It's us that needs to be on the investigatory pathway at all times. We're doing a disservice to our ancestors when we try to play that to the left, right? But I want to get back to Chris Darden, man. Y'all know that, I want to say this. I'm asking the question, how the shitty loke, snitchy shitty loke, shitty snitching ass motherfucker. I'm saying him by his real name. We got to keep saying he's snitchy loke. He going to walk into the courtroom with that hanging around his neck, fucking with me. With a sign, goddammit. But we answer the question, how does snitchy loke know to get an old coon, Chris Darden? If y'all remember the OJ case, them motherfuckers were crying after the case. I was laughing when I was young, laughing at them crying. But how did he know to go get this old coon? I'm going to tell y'all niggas how, man. I'm going to tell y'all how. Brothers and sisters, on my Rizza Islam shit, it was reported in the New York Daily News that Chris Darden was privately retained to defend Eric Holder for snitchy loke, right? And they're not saying the name of who. They're not saying the name of who privately retained this guy. All right? Isn't that suspicious to y'all? They're not saying the name of the whoever the fuck anonymous individual who privately retained this guy. They're keeping that a secret. That's something else that need to go to court when we're talking about who the fuck is behind this shit. You understand? Red flag, real talk, real spill. God damn it. This is what I'm trying to, you know what I mean? This is the type of shit I'm kicking. Privately retained, no name, no nothing. But you notice the sister who helped pay for R. Kelly, what was her name? What was her name? Valencia something. The chick that paid for R. Kelly, her name escapes me, that paid to get him off of his case. If y'all remember the name, y'all put it in the chat. I'll shout you out. They plastered her name all over the place, plastered her business all over the place, and had coons on motherfucking Twitter talking about, oh, yo, cancel her, boycott her business, all of this shit, right? Trying to sabotage her business. But they don't want to give the world a chance to see who paid for this motherfucker snitchy loke's retainer, coon ass Chris Darden. They don't want to give nobody a chance to see that. So we can sabotage him, give us a chance to sabotage his or her business or his or her, whatever they got going on. Right? This private donor who paid for a snitchy loke, paid for a snitch's legal counsel. Y'all see that? That's a big glaring thing. And it don't make sense to me why they won't tell us. All right? So all you niggas that ain't putting it together, yo, that's on you. On my channel, we gonna think it through. God damn it. Think of somebody, white with power in LA who want the stadium to be built in a gentrified area. That's, you know what I mean? That's not trying to hear black people talk about buying up the neighborhood and shit. Think of somebody. I'm trying to put it together, y'all, because certain things boggle me, and I'm trying to, see where the pieces fit. I ain't gonna just have the confusion. I'm trying to put the questions out so we can all sort that shit out. You know what I mean? It makes sense. So I hope that was helpful for y'all, man. We talked about a few things. We talked about Bellflower. Somebody got a probe Bellflower. We need a Bellflower probe. I want y'all to keep this on your mind. Straight up. Straight the fuck up. We need a Bellflower probe of their phone records on how and what kind of call was made to the police to let them know to go pick up this snitch motherfucker, snitchy loke. We need to look into the driver and see if they're trying to shove this driver underneath this SB 1437 to try to absolve her of any guilt in this case. We got to find out. From my assumption, I'm thinking she picked this man up, or she dropped the man off at Bellflower, all right? we gotta get the cameras around Bellflower to see who dropped this motherfucker off, right? This is shit that need to be investigated. They trying to half-ass us, y'all, and I ain't having it. I got questions. You know what I mean? We got to look at who the retainer is. Who retained this snitch? A coon-ass lawyer. You know what I mean? How did that happen? Who was responsible? These are questions that need to be asked, because then the puzzles will be put together. The pieces will start fitting, right? And we need to press it. I know me and New Black Media, this is all I do, y'all. I tune in with y'all on a motherfucking Saturday when it's late as fuck in the day and do some shit like this, because I can't sleep unless I got certain answers, y'all. You understand me? I ain't that man that just gonna go around with no answers. Nah, I'm gonna figure out shit. We gonna get to the bottom of some shit on my channel. God damn it, I'm kind of known for that. I'm the only motherfucker in Texas doing long content. If y'all haven't noticed, I'm the only brother in Texas that do long content, right? Like everybody else do like 6-minute, 12-minute videos. I'm the only motherfucker in Texas that do long content, and they be fact videos. You know what I mean? If y'all didn't notice, that's my position right now out here in Texas. Ain't nobody fucking with your boy P, if y'all didn't notice. So I want this shit to be something where we learning and where we coming up in the knowledge game. You understand? Is what I'm saying, man. Like, we got to take this shit seriously, man. And don't let nobody like the coons at the Breakfast Club, don't let any of these naysayers, these self-hating Negroes sit up and talk up a bunch of bullshit around what the fuck we trying to get to the bottom of. Like, nah, fuck you. Shut your stupid ass up. We over here. We trying to help the family out, help justice be served. Even though the family not going to come out and say it's a conspiracy, because they smart, they doing what they got to do as a family. Like, yo, we trying to, you know what I mean, keep this shit low. We got a headache that's insurmountable right now. They just lost a family member. They sad. Everybody's sad on their side. They ain't trying to hear shit from nobody. But in the investigatory world, we got to do our part. So that's why I'm here for New Black Media. I'm representing for New Black Media out here in Texas, man. We ain't playing. We ain't having the bull fuck that they think that we supposed to be having. You understand? But anyway, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Let me go read through the comments before I close out. Let me go see what people talking about, man. CD still relevant. Robert J. Carmichael. You talking about the CD, Robert J. Carmichael? Shit, the last song out Bum Bomb was that Rap Niggas. You know what I'm saying? That video dope as fuck. You know what I mean? I like the video and shit. Shit, yo, when he got killed, man, damn. I just got through washing the whip. It was night, dark, late at night. I just got through washing the whip when I heard the news. I just got through doing a live cast, and I was like, man, let me go wash the whip. Something just told me go wash the whip. And I left the car wash, you know what I'm saying? Something just told me, yo, throw the sunroof back and just bang whatever on the radio loud as fuck. So I'm just banging some shit. Some was on the radio. Some one of these young cats spitting. I'm like, whatever. Then I heard the news, like, yo, we playing Nipsey Hussle all night because this and then this just happened. Damn. That shit hurt. That shit had me feeling fucked up about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Saying, brother flipped his life, changed his life. I'm saying, and all the nonsense I hear from just people in the street, you know, I talk to chicks all the time. You know, be certain chicks I get in their ear. I'll be like, yo, don't y'all like it when a brother change his life and go on some different shit? Don't y'all like that shit when the motherfuckers say, yo, I'm tired of the stupid shit? Don't y'all like that shit? All the stupid shit I hear out their mouth. No, nah. Just keep doing bitch. You know what I'm saying? So for a motherfucker that really reached a height, you know what I'm saying, out of that shit and really became something different, you can't do nothing but applaud it. Can't do nothing but give a shout out to his life. You understand? Them tag head hoes. Yeah. They around. They in this bitch. Texas got them. But yo, no, this one chick I was talking to, she's from Ghana. So she ain't even ADOS. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get on. Yo, y'all think that this is distraction from ADOS. Nah, that ain't what's happening. I'm gonna drop some more shit tomorrow. We about to get on with that again still. But nah, she ain't even ADOS, so she already, you know, when they come over here, that shit be truer than hell, man. A lot of them be vetted like a motherfucker, man. Not saying all of them. I love my people from the mother continent. Every last one of them that be on that real and don't be on no clown shit. And saying, but the ones that be on the fuck shit, it's like, I gotta poke at them a little bit. You know what I mean? Just to, you know, see what the fuck they gonna say. Like, I mean, see what the fuck they gonna spout out. It's like the Pillsbury Doughboy. You punch him in the stomach, the motherfucker, whoo-hoo. Like, let's see what stupid shit the motherfucker gonna say. Like, I mean, just for the fuck of it. Let me see where your folks was at mentally when they reared your ass, right? A lot of them be on their bull fuck, man. But for the ones that's not, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say a population of our non-ADOS black people be on their bullshit. And the population don't. I'm gonna say it like that. Nipsey Hussle, he was an example of a brother that's non-ADOS. Let's put that out there and keep that shit real too. But he wasn't on no clown ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't on no clown shit. So let him be an example to all you non-ADOS blacks. Let Nipsey Hussle be the, you know what I'm saying, let Nipsey Hussle be the standard that you people that are from other countries in the diaspora and even if your folks was coons or whatever, let Nipsey be a standard that you want to mirror. You know what I mean? Is what I'm saying. But yeah, y'all. Glad y'all tuned in, man. Good seeing y'all, man. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And check out my Teespring. The shit jumping. I'll leave the link in the description. Check out that new shirt, warning, don't harm black people in my presence. Let motherfuckers know that's their ass and they pussy getting handed to them, fucking with us out here. Just saying. Give a fuck if it's April, the white supremacist month, or whatever the fuck, all that shit. I don't want to hear none of that shit, motherfucker. Like, yeah, y'all marching, we marching too, motherfucker. For real, though. It's what your boy P be on. But anyway, oh, that's you. Yeah. Paraphernalia Palace. Yeah, bro. Say, bro. I tried to get at you on your, it's like what is it? Some sort of like chat thing you were trying to set up, a talk group or some shit, some sort of group you were trying to set up. Paraphernalia Palace. I tried to get at you, bro, but I don't know how to join the group. Like I clicked over to your area, right? But I didn't know how to join the group. How do we start I mean, maybe you can put that in the comments, bro, on how to do it. I'm saying, because I don't know how to do it, but I've been getting your messages, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know. But that's that. And I'm gonna get it, y'all, man. Have a good night.